Hi everybody, thank you very much indeed for joining me. Good to see you. So I'm going to be talking about marketing in the moment, looking forward to where I think marketing is going to go. But before I do that, I'm just going to look backwards a bit. That is nearly 30 years ago, 1995, not at a conference, but in a store, Surrey Quays in southern London, on the day that Tesco launched Clubcard. And that is me launching Clubcard. This was how Tesco launched Clubcard at the time.
The Tesco Clubcard is our way of showing that we appreciate you.
There's my letter and my voucher and my Clubcard. Thank you, Mrs. General. I'm Dr. actually. Yes, I understand.
Tesco, every little helps.
So, when Clubcard was launched, it had three objectives. They were to say thank you, to be able to open up direct communication to consumers, and to be able to gather customer data in order to run the business better. Now, if you look at this graph, where the red line and the orange line intersect is when Clubcard was launched in 1995. The red line is then Tesco, and you can see an unbelievable transformation in performance. That was driven by a whole new way of doing retail marketing, based around loyalty data, direct marketing, and database management. As part of that process, I learned, I think, three fundamental things about loyalty marketing, which I think still apply to this day. The first is that you follow the golden rule. The golden rule is to treat people the way you would like to be treated, or in our case, we call it the purple rule, purple being the color of eagle eye, and our whole business philosophy is to treat everybody we come into contact with the way they would like to be treated. The second core principle about loyalty programs is to reward the behavior you seek. Now, what's implied in that sentence? Be very, very clear what it is you're trying to deliver. Are you trying to increase frequency? Are you trying to sell more meat? Are you trying to protect a store from a competitor impact? What are you trying to deliver? What reward will speak to that? And how much money do you have to put into it to make it work, to make it happen? And that is the process you have to go through all the time. There's no point in having a promotion that drives basket size if what you're trying to do is to drive frequency. And then the third element about loyalty programs working with data is this way of working. So the first thing you need to do is you need to capture data. You then need to change it into insight. You need to understand what that data is telling you. From that, you need to derive what action you're going to take as a result of that insight. And then what you need to do is you need to measure the loyalty that is arising. Very often, people capture data, they get a lot of interest in the data, they create awareness, and nothing changes. You just end up with a lot of expensive people doing data analytics, but you're not actually changing the business. Now, of course, this is changing, and this is where it starts to modernize, because you can connect all this together through connected customers, by connecting the data flows together, by connecting all the touch points, both inputs and outputs together, and by executing together. And this is what Eagle Eye does. That's why I do the job that I do, because in effect what we manage is we manage the optimization and the digitization of this way of working. So where have we got to today? Where has loyalty got to now? Those three things are as true today as they were 30 years ago, and probably, in fairness, they were true 230 years ago as well, so I haven't told you anything you don't know. The first thing, I think, is that personalisation is the key for what people are doing today. Modern data analytics, modern data storage means that personalisation is now a reality and a possibility. And the benefit of personalization is if I send you a personalized message, I can probably change your behavior for half the cost than if I send you a generic message. Because frankly, a generic message, you may just not be interested. Whereas a personalized message, it's for you. The second thing is there is this massive digitization. And that what you need to do is you need to create a digital connection. You will have heard from various businesses and various companies the extreme extra value that they get from digitally connected customers. So you have to find a way of getting this one-to-one connection through your customer's phone. Now looking forward even further, what does the digital connection unlock? Well, it unlocks a lot of things. It unlocks a free direct-to-consumer channel, but moving on from that, it unlocks where I think the next stage of marketing is going to happen, and that is what I call marketing in the moment. Now, the way to think about marketing in the moment is it's like near-me searching. So, and if you think about near-me searching and your use of search has been completely transformed by searching near you. Pizza shop near me, Edeka near me, whatever it is, just trying to find out where things are that you're interested in the world and where you're located in that world. So a meshing of search and maps. Marketing will go through the same process, which is to give me offers for what I am doing now and where I am now and the way I feel now. And if we can bridge that gap and fulfill that in the way that near-me searching is, then marketing will be transformed. If you think about it at the moment, what we do is we know a lot about the customer because we analyze what they buy, and so, we've got good data analytics about our customers, and we have a strong set of content to give to that customer, and what we do is we match the two. What a moment is when you add a context into those two data sets. So in effect, what you're doing is you're bringing a third data set to play. Now just imagine for the moment that we're thinking about one contextual thing, and that's time. At the moment, most retailers around the world send out their digital offers, personalized as they may be. They may be very, very, very personalized, absolutely to the final degree of granularity. They send them out on a Thursday. Why do they send them on a Thursday? Because they used to send the paper flyer on a Thursday, and that's what they're used to. But if you think about the context of when this consumer shops, that doesn't make any sense. This makes much more sense. If Jenny shops on a Tuesday or maybe a Wednesday, she should receive, well, you need to find out when she would receive it, but I'm suggesting that Tuesday is likely to be a much more relevant time to send it to her than the previous Thursday. Similarly, if Sarah shops on a Thursday or a Friday, then that's fine. But if Anthony shops at the weekend, send it to Anthony at the weekend. So the first thing is send people their marketing communication, because you know when they're going to shop. You can judge when and where they're going to shop. You'll be able to see from their data. So start timing their marketing pushes on the basis of what their data is telling you, because I am pretty sure, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that if I'm going to shop on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, receiving something on a Monday or a Tuesday is going to be much more relevant than receiving it the previous Thursday when I'll have forgotten all about it. Once you've started to send people things relative to the day they shop, then what you can start to do is you can start to do something like this, which is you send them something before they shop. We're looking forward to you shopping with us. You send them something when they break the geo-fence at the store. Thank you, for arriving. Here's a special offer for while you're in the store now. When they leave the store, you thank them for shopping. Then you suggest to them that maybe because they shopped on a Wednesday and it's going to be sunny this weekend, maybe they'd like to visit again, because you know that there's a very good chance that they're going to be shopping for a barbecue, and you know they're not going to be doing it with you. Now, a barbecue shop is 30 euros, 50 euros, depending how expansive how expansive and large your family is. That's a shop you don't want to miss. So you want to be in there saying, it's going to be sunny, why don't you come down? It's a completely different. Now, some people you say, oh, I don't want that, that's bombarding me. If you don't respond to it, the retailer should stop sending it to you. But some people will respond to it, and those that do respond to it should get more of it. So if you think about it, we've completely tuned our marketing around the one context of knowing the day of the week that you shop. And of course, there are a load of other contextual triggers. And what you can start doing is building a capability to use these other triggers to influence your marketing. And to be honest, what I would do is, low-hanging fruit, decide what's really relevant in your market. In the UK, it would always be the bloody weather. I make this presentation, I go to somewhere in America, or I'll go to somewhere in Asia where the weather changes, and they look at you, or Australia particularly, they look at you and go, well, it's always like this, mate. Whereas in England, the weather changes all the time, so the weather is a big trigger for how people shop. Pick your trigger, and then think about how you create a marketing program against it, similar to the last one that I did. Why bother? Well, the first reason why to bother is that, that graph at the beginning is a remarkable performance by a company in a competitive market, because it took a different view and a different stance on marketing. I'm a lifelong marketeer, and marketing can transform business performance. Good marketing will transform business performance. What does it stack up to? If you haven't got a loyalty scheme will deliver about a growth of about 3 to 5% in sales, depending upon how well you do it. And actually, if you look at participating customers, that'll be about 5 to 7% of sales. So a lot of customers do it, but there's a healthy chunk that don't. Personalized promotions will probably add 3% on that, but actually, if you look at participating customers in digital personalized promotions probably offer at least a 10% increase in spend. So there's more of a delta there. There's less people doing it, but the people that are doing it really like it. And then finally, and I haven't got a clue what the marketing in the moment figures are, because nobody's done it yet, but what I'm suggesting is, well, maybe it'll give 1%, I think it'll probably be more, but even if we said it's 1% and participating people are 5%, the thing about all that is that if you add all that together and you do the layers over 3 years, that's a 9% sales growth, say, over 3 years. But in participating customers, that's easily a 20% sales increase. Now, if you people are working on stuff that is going to give you more than a 20% sales increase on your best customers over 3 years, don't waste your time listening to me, go back and get on it. But actually, this is the most powerful thing that we all could and should be doing. And our CEOs, if they want to keep their jobs, should be nagging about this every bloody day, saying, how are you doing about digital adoption? Because the thing that this shows is, not that we don't know how to do it, we haven't got enough people doing it. We haven't got enough consumers taking part. And the beauty of this is, these are our best customers. And that change in performance of Tesco and that change in trajectory of Tesco was all about getting your most loyal customers to spend more. Because you will be amazed how much headroom there is in the spend capability of your most loyal customers. The thing about your most loyal customers is they love you. And so if you can invent new things from you to them, they'll buy them. You know, so I'm sure you'll all see this. Your best customers are in the loyalty scheme, digitally engaged, probably have got a financial services product, probably use your online shop. They do all of those things, and surprise, surprise, they become your best customer because they're using all the touch points. You invent it, they use it. If you want to understand more about this idea of loyal customers, and your most loyal customers are the ones that really matter, there is nobody better than Reichheld, the inventor of MPS. He wrote a book in the 90s called The Loyalty Effect. But this book, which came out this year, about how the merits with case studies of most loyal customers, is a really excellent read, and a far less good book, but how to make your stores omnichannel and how to turn a physical bricks and mortar business into a digitally connected business is my own book, Omnichannel Retail. And we have copies of it on stand 5B47. Thank you all very much indeed for listening. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Tim.